I couldn't talk. Now I can.
Oh yeah, it's time to. It's time for some. It's time for some. I swear they both just moved.
No, we lost someone else too.
Okay, it was Art that moved. Art already has the drive-through. Blake.
And we
And
are
Blake.
about to go green here at Imola for the second race of the Nationwide Series.
Little
After
man on
an
pole. Little man on pole.
intense
Oh boy,
battle.
he said a flyer, bro.
Yeah, he did. He was very fast in practice. So we expected him in that 48 car up front today.
Start lights beginning. Jump start is a DTP. Little man. Bubble. Waiting on the
And
lights.
on that second row, we got the snowman schemes. Got the road to themselves.
Got 5 red lights. Waiting for them to clear.
We are
And we're off.
underway.
It was an even start between Little Man and Bubble. That was good. Top 4 actually had an even start. Discharge did not have
Good start for
as good of
Ryder.
a start. Oh, Marcus in the grass all the way up at the back. Oh, Bubbles in
Oh,
third. I
Ryder's
think he
gonna
actually
get that
caught a
corner cut.
slowdown. Oh, this is tight. They're going to figure it out, though.
Oh,
Everybody's
goodness.
jostling. Oh, my goodness. This is actually crazy. That first turn caught everybody. And I think Bubbles going to catch another slowdown. He did. He caught 2 slowdowns. And he's
Oh,
slow
off
in front
track.
of Javin. So Little Man actually got out early right there. So Discharge, Chesko, that's the top 3. Everybody's slowing up. Bubble actually stacked a lot of people up there. See Honey falling back behind Javin.
Sure did.
That
Chesko
was
a
crazy.
third. Fine discharge.
Oh, I think Rillup. No, Rillup didn't catch him. He's got in the dirt. Now Bubbles got to go catch that time back. Little Man trying to command early out in the lead. Oh, they're
Oh,
battling
side
hard
by
for
side.
second. That's side by side right there. Discharge and Chesko. Chesko making gains. He's going to try and go down the inside. A little bit of contact. Discharge is going to go off track. I don't know if that was a slowdown. It was.
It was. In the middle of the
As
track, here comes
Oh, and
Bubble.
Bubbles going to try and go for the pass. It was just closed off. That was crazy.
Oh, Ryder. Oh, somebody just got turned. I think they saved it, though. It
Oh
was
my
Rilla.
God. That was a crazy first, crazy first lap. Everybody. Oh, Solar's off. Ryder's going to go on by
99.
him. Blue Emo. He got the slowdown in front of everybody. She had to figure that out. Marcus is in the slowdown. Oh my goodness. Now Bubbles trying to chase down Little Man. Javin,
Little man.
Chesko, Discharge.
So top 2 stays the same. Except for discharge up in third.
It
What a
was
start
crazy
by him.
because, yeah, he did. Bubble went back to like 6th, and now he's back up to 2nd. So it just shows you just pace. And now Javin, I'm actually surprised to see Javin in top 3. I don't know the last time he even raced. I think it was actually Talladega. But I
Marcus
mean,
just served a drive-through, I guess.
oh
Or he
yeah,
did.
they too had a drive through. Him and Art both had a drive through. They had to serve it. Drive throughs
So
have to be served on the first lap you get it. So
Art has not served it.
Art hasn't served it.
He kept
Well,
going.
we'll see what race control has to say about that. But I'm not sure. Around the outside though, Solar, that was a very bold move. Bubble actually lost some time to Low Man. The gap looks a little bit bigger than what it was when they came across the line. Oh, and he's actually gonna be off the track. They didn't catch the slowdown. Very lucky. Javin, he's there. Oh my God, Javin, what the speed? He's gonna lift it off into the braking zone. Gonna give Bubble the space. That was a really good S section by Bubble. I mean, that
Oh,
was
discharge got the slowdown.
just some slowdowns. That's where it's gonna get people. Ryder way out. I don't even think he caught us. Did he catch one? He didn't even catch the slowdown. That was crazy. Ryder way out. And he didn't even get the slowdown. I think something happened with Emo. Oh, crash. We already have a crash. Emo in the background. All the way in the back. Marcus is gonna go on by. Looked like a vicious crash. He was in the wall. Looked like he spun from the apex of the wall.
Reference of
And
Yuki Tsunoda's crash there. Got over the curb and spun out and backed it into the wall.
yeah, so they're gonna pace. That first lap was standing, but now they're gonna do pacing, and they're actually gonna pace. They're gonna pace through the zone, but it's gonna be through the chicane. They're not gonna cut the chicane. They're gonna pace through the chicane. So it's gonna be interesting to see. So Lil Man, Bubble, Javin, honestly, great day. Javin running third, behind Bubble and Lil Man. At Honey and Chesko, I think Javin and Chesko are the two to watch right now. Two people that making pretty big gains in this race so far. So that was it's already starting off pretty well for them. I think Bubble, after that first lap and being able to come back to second, I think that was a good recovery lap for him. Um, so Blue Emo already lost the reset. He's gonna be one car down. I don't know if he got wrecked. I don't know if it was an accident, but it seemed like um, from the radio communication, it was he got wrecked. And it's gonna be a double foul restart. Double foul restart. I don't know, but I don't know about double foul in that chicane. Sounds pretty scary.
Yeah, that chicane's gonna it's already causing trouble already. So I think with double foul, we're gonna see a lot of corner cuts on this restart. I think Marcus lucked out with that one. He did his drive-through and now he's back.
Yeah. So I believe Art still has to serve that drive. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Art served his drive through. I think he might have because I think he might have. So Blue Emo and Art will both make it. I'm not sure. It's not even
Art
GCT,
is
so they're gonna go
here.
another lap.
Blue Emo will make it or not. I don't think he will. He's so far back.
Hey, Ford, we got Ford up in the booth now. All right, I guess it just does.
Is there a stream?
Yeah,
it's on,
Blake
bro.
has the screen.
Yeah, it's on already. They hear you.
I don't think he will. He's so
You can hear
far
the fire alarm in the background too.
That's my PlayStation.
Oh, okay. You don't have a fire alarm?
Do I look like I have a fire alarm?
Why don't you have a fire alarm? Don't you live in a house?
I mean,
Ooh!
who the foreign is Jackie? Who the foreign is?
It's a close one. All right, we're going green this time. Lil Man, Bubble will start both rows. Lil Man on the inside left side, Bubble on the outside right side. Jabin, Chesko make up the second row. Discharge Honey the third row. Ryder reel up the fourth. Solar Marcus the fifth, and then Art. And when Emo gets here, the sixth. Seems like he's struggling though, because every corner they hit, every corner he makes up, they are already 2 corners away from him. But I think he's starting to make up the time now. I think he's gonna need to hurry up though.
Yeah, Blue Emo still is not caught up. I've seen him catch like 2 corner cuts. And these guys up here are pacing. They're not even going
I
full
think,
speed.
yeah, he'll make it. He'll make it. Yeah, he'll make it. I would hope so. Oh my God, off the track. Come on, boy, you gotta make it around. He is absolutely. Oh my goodness. He's all over the dirt. I don't know if he's gonna make it around to catch them. We'll see. Either way, race control has called green, so I mean green this time. So if he doesn't make it, they're still gonna go without him. Oh my goodness, he's off again. He's gonna catch a slowdown too. I don't know he's not. All right, just wait on the field double up.
And they will double up. He is still not caught up.
He'll just miss it. He's just gonna miss it. Not sure. They're getting ready to get double up. They'll come in through the final chicane. So I think they're gonna double up as they come out. So it's gonna be like a quick action. So yeah, Bubble's already starting to pull up alongside. So yeah.
Yep, doubling
He
up.
just missed
Oh,
it. Everybody's getting ready.
miscommunication.
They gotta go before the green. Is it gonna be at the line? It is right at the line. That was a great timing by Lil Man. A great drive by Javin. He's gonna push Lil Man out to the lead, get the advantage. He's gonna get the elbows out Bubbles gonna hang it around his outside. Bubbles in the grass. There's no
Oh,
slowdown.
oh,
That's
off.
tight. Oh, everybody's off the track behind
Oh, there
him.
goes
Oh, honey
Honey.
sideways.
He keeps it.
That was crazy.
Everybody
Ryder
got a
caught a
corner cut
slowdown.
there.
Yeah, Ryder caught a slowdown. He's gonna be way back. Bubble got out to the lead, took advantage of that, that outside run that he had had. Now a little bit hot into the next corner. Little, that actually worked out for him though. Javin is gonna go try. He's gonna look for a move on Lil Man. I thought he was gonna push him. Lil Man attempted to go for the block, didn't really work out. So now Javin's gonna go around the inside, gonna push Lil Man wide. Oh, Lil Man's off track. Not sure how Lil Man's gonna feel about that. So he's gonna have to slide in for fourth, because as discharge is gonna go by him, he's gonna take advantage of that.
We've lost the commentator.
Discharge actually made
Oh,
mistakes. He got slowed up.
contact in the back. Art and Honey got together. I don't think Art still hasn't served his drive-through.
So Blue Emo missed the start, and he's currently coming up into that double right-hander. I mean, double left-hander. And now coming up into the double right-hander. So he's, I would say, like 4 corners behind them. But he was only a cornerback. Now he's off track again.
And he had a whole 2 laps to catch them.
Think he was making mistakes as he was trying to catch up. So Lil Man actually got back to second. Javin fell to fourth. I think he caught a slowdown, or I'm not sure. Oh, Honey crashed.
Crash! Honey caught the wall.
Oh my
Pushing
goodness.
too hard off that final corner.
So that's gonna be 1 car down for Honey. So both Blue Emo and Honey. So Blue Emo should catch this time under caution. He should have a second chance to catch. If he does not,
We can only hope.
We can only hope. I don't know. I would assume that he'd be able to catch this time. I think he might have been struggling under caution.
Oh wait, bubble crash too.
I think.
Oh,
He typed jump. Okay, so he was trying to do jump power and he accidentally jumped. So. I think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna go to the back. We'll see. Lil Man's off track. What is happening? Everybody's stacking up. I think they're trying to sort it out.
Blue Emo with a full head of steam. Here he comes. This is the battle for nothing.
It's the battle to make. He's off track. I think he'll do it. He'll do it. He should be able to do it. Oh my goodness.
He's got that corner cut.
Oh my god. Well, it's GTT, so
Whether
he
misses it or not.
misses it. Whether he's here or not, we're going green. Honey's off trying to catch back up. Bubble is coming, and Blue Emo is just hitting the double left, coming up into the double right. This is the same. This is how far he back was the last caution, so I'm not sure if he's going to make it again. But either way, they're going green. But the only reason I see restarts going crazy is because they have such little time to be able to double up. And out of that final chicane, everybody's trying to grab their position, trying to get as close as they can to the car in front of them. But by the time, I think, how should I say, that last row gets all up together, everybody's already going green. And that's what makes that first turn and all those pushes go crazy that it's that first turn. But we'll see what happens here. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be a repeat of what we had last caution. The last restart. Where one guy got a push and Bubble is coming with a head of steam. Everybody's gonna double up. They gotta do it quickly. Javin goes outside of discharge. Rillup, Marcus, Ryder. Rillup, Chesco, Marcus, Ryder, and we're green again.
Green.
There's that push that I was looking at. That's a huge push for Lil Man and a big advantage. Javin's gonna follow through. It all evened out though for him. So Lil Man actually got the advantage. Javin gets run off wide. He's gonna hit the slowdown. He's gonna have to jump out the way. Discharge gets through. Chesco hits the slowdown. Oh, they're gonna stack up in front of everybody. Ryder. Javin's off track. Oh, Marcus is spinning, and that's gonna be a save. Can he save it? Oh, and he's
got damage.
And it's gonna be back into the save for a huge hit.
This is Blue Emo's third chance to catch up.
All right, so Blue Emo has now been given his third chance to get to the field, but I think he's gonna be able to do it this time. He's there. So,
somebody else crashed, and they just crashed into Solar, spawning their car in the middle of the track.
Yeah, and I think race control took into the account for the short amount of time that everybody can get into 2 rows, so they're gonna do single file starts, single file restarts, I should say. Um, that last one was a very big example of why we should not do it.
Yeah, a big wreck there. You see Marcus got damaged. The restarts have been crazy, and this race will be a battle of the survival. Who can make it to the end?
Yeah, unfortunately, this was yeah, unfortunately Ford couldn't qualify into yesterday's race. With the immense practice that he had, it just didn't work out for him. You know,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, just the sheer knowledge on the line, it just all went terribly wrong. His actual lap of qualifying.
Yeah, so
Uh,
back to something that's relevant here.
oh,
Lopan
oh, they're getting together. Art's spinning under caution, and he's in the barrier. Unfortunately, we have to do another lap.
Yeah, that's a great example of the D2 series being D2. The drivers, they're not as smart as Bubbles Cup drivers, so don't be surprised if you see lots of safety cars, lots of cars in the barriers, lots of cars off track, extending track limits.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they had something to say to you after the race.
Yeah, but you can see a trend. Lowman and Bubble, they seem to be the class of the field today. 1-2, currently. Uh, they will be 1-2 on the next restart. Green this time we get from race control. They have Discharge in the 20 behind them, Rill up in the 10, and then Ryder in the 18 around the top 5.
Art, Solar, and Marcus still trying to catch up. Marcus is
All right.
gonna get there. Art and Solar hopefully will.
Third caution of the day, 3 cars currently have lost a car, that being Marcus, Honey, and Blue Emo, all 3 being on their last car. We still remain with 12 cars in the race. Rilla in the grass, leaders currently being Lil Man and Bubble. Lil Man leading the most laps out of today, Bubble chasing hard behind, and Discharge being also in that runner position for third.
Yeah, I do believe Chesko has been really strongly quiet today. Starting farther back, but always rebounding and making his way back up. Few mistakes, but I think if he can clean that up, he could contend with Discharge. And yeah. Good enough.
The Art gets back up into his position. He's going to slot in behind Ryder and get in front of Chesko. So we've got all 12 cars back with us. Congratulations for Blue Emo to officially be making the restart. I think that's a really big accomplishment for that team. Their biggest accomplishment all race. So that's something they're going to definitely cherish at the end of this race. A little bit of contact between Bubble and Little Man. Oh, they're getting together. Oh, Bubble is pulling ahead of Little Man. Don't know how they're gonna sort that out. Oh, Lil Man's trying to get by him now. Lil Man just put them off track. There's a little bit of contact there between the two. Not some feud, family feud right there.
A love tap between the brothers, but that does not matter as we're getting ready to go green here at Imola once again. We'll be restarting on lap 8 out of 33 here.
Watch that middle pack. That's where it happens the most. Coming to the green.
Yeah. Right now, the battle for the lead will be between the brothers, Bubble, Lowman.
Oh, they're wrecking in the back.
Oh,
Oh, he's
Blue
got
Emo's on the wall,
damage.
and
Oh,
Blue
he's
is
out of
out.
the race.
And that's gonna
That's
Marcus. There's something happened with Marcus. Nobody catches the slowdown in the first two turns. Something happened with Marcus.
Marcus, but
I think Marcus might have had an issue, got into the back of Blue Emo. Blue Emo has been given a second chance, I believe, by race control.
back to the battle of the lead. Here comes Discharge in the
Oh,
outside.
Art's got a flat
Huge
tire.
set
Art's
up
got a
the
flat.
inside. Art's got a flat. He's gonna. That might have to be a caution. I'm not sure if he can limp that around. He's gonna be in the sand trap. We're gonna see how the race was.
Yeah, Ryder and Discharge, the Snowman Custom Podcast card. They got 1-2 in the Talladega race yesterday. The Aaron scored 99. They're 3-4 right now, but Discharge's gonna lose a place to Rilla after he goes off track. And 1-2 right now, it's Bubble and Lowman.
Look.
Class deal. Oh, but Lowman's off. Bubble's gonna have a run to the inside.
Oh
We
my
got four
goodness,
cars.
Blue
We
Emo
got
crashed
4
again.
cars under a blanket in the back. Marcus just got off track. Solo just got off track. Javin just gained 2 positions in one corner. Lil Man's off track. Oh, we've got crashing. Discharge in the wall. Lil Man damage. Oh, everybody's crashing. Javin crashing.
Oh, there goes Gavin too.
Multiple cars have just crashed. Coming back up into the
Rilla,
track, Solar. A huge crash. Javin, Ryder, Discharge, Lil Man, and Rillip have just lost a car.
I believe Discharge has damage. Ryder has damage. Lil Man has damage. Javin has damage. I believe they ran over the curb. They ate the curb. They were hopping
the
it,
curb.
and they all got spin physics. They all wrecked into each other. I believe Rillup got
They're
damage as well.
they're reporting that the curb came up in that
The
corner.
big one here at Imola on lap 9 or 8, I believe.
I just want
Yeah,
to point
the
out
big
that Blue Emo respawned and he was trying to catch up and he spun and wrecked himself and left. So that's a DNF for him.
Well, I mean,
And Art is stuck on the Eggstuff hairpin. Art has blown tire. He's
I mean, I don't know what to say. This just we're we're living the life. Living the life. Art is stuck. Blue Emo crashed himself twice by himself. And now 5 cars have just lost a reset in 1 caution, that being Lil Man, Ryder, Sean, Rillip, and
Oh, there's
Javin.
the 7-0 contact.
That leaves.
What's he doing?
Bubble is gonna lead this restart with Chesco and Honey behind them. Surprisingly, they have Marcus and Solar also behind them after that big finish.
All right, so we've got 11 cars left in the field. 4th caution of the day. That leaves 7 of the 11. That's quite funny. 7 of the 11 having
Oh my goodness, what
lost a car.
happened? Little Man and Discharge wrecked under yellow. Not Little Man, Javin. I don't
So
think it counts towards a
with
reset.
those and with those cautions, we got to remember that those guys are going to be a lap down now. They don't get that lap back until I believe another caution comes out. So Lil Man, Discharge, I think half of the field is going to be a lap down, and half that second half being competitive guys and guys that were in the top 5. You saw Javin was in 3rd at the early on in the race. You saw Discharge was in 3rd, quite more than Javin. You know, fluctuating between 3rd and 5th. And you saw Lil Man contending for the lead, being in the lead, now being a lap down, and now has to wait for a caution or some sort of circumstance that puts him back on the lap. That gives Bubble all the room to just go ahead and drive away with this restart. That gives him give him the probability that he might actually be able to hold on to this if there's no more cautions. But I mean, you know, with the way it's going, we obviously are in store for another caution.
We'll never know.
First DNF of this, actually, sorry, second DNF of the day. No, first DNF of the day being
Blue Emo.
Blue Emo. Technically third DNF because we had 2 that left prior to the race start, but we have to talk about.
Grez and Heroin.
Oh, and Solar just, I think he might have just left the game. I think Solar crashed. And no, he didn't leave the game, but he did crash down to 1.
Yeah, this D2 race, these first 10 laps in, it's been chaotic, as we expected. Nationwide Cars at Imola is a recipe for definitely entertainment, but these drivers, they've got to get it together. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to see them drive like this. You expect better. We want a nice racing product for the fans, but right now it seems like everybody's just janky all over the place.
So we started with 14, we're down to 10.
Oh, so Solar's out. So we've got.
Yep.
All right, so Solar. Oh, and he's not here anymore. So yeah, Solar crashed. He's not here anymore. So we've got 10. Now 6 of those guys. No, sorry, still 7 out of the 10 are gonna be with a lost car. So the last people with cars is well, it was gonna be Solar, but he's gone. So it's gonna be Art, Chesco, and Bubble, the last people with cars. Art, I don't know. Look, I'm just saying that tire had me a little scared. I don't know about y'all, but I thought he was gonna lose it there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to overcorrect into the wall one of those times, but he did a good job of keeping it out.
All right, so everybody got their laps back. Everybody's gonna be on lead lap. Bubble's gonna lead the field. Chesco, Honey, Marcus, then Lil Man. He's not that far back. He was able to do it before. I think he'll be able to do it again. And they're getting ready. Nerves are up.
Definitely
Everybody's
want
on
to
the.
watch Lowman on this restart. He's a fast car. He's stuck in the middle of the pack now, so can't wait to see how he dices up the field as we get ready to go green.
All right, through the chicane, Bubble, Chesko, Honey, Marcus, Lil Man. When Bubble hits the start finish line, I believe is when they go. That's been the trend. See Bubble getting right next to that wall. People starting to fan out, and we are back green again. This is the 4th restart. Honey with an amazing start. Ryder with a
Oh, Lil
start.
Man with a
Javin
good
pushing,
start.
everybody pushing. This is going to be stacked up down into 1. Oh, Marcus is off track. I think he's letting the positions go. See, Marcus way down into the sand trap. He's just gonna tank his positions.
Oh, Honey's off.
Honey's off.
Oh, back
Discharge,
across the
Javin,
track.
Ryder. Oh, that was very close. See, Lil Man up to 3rd. Discharge into 4th. Javin, I think, might have cut the slowdown. He didn't. That was really close for Javin. Ryder with an amazing drive around the outside of Discharge. Oh, my goodness. He's going to make the pass. What a pass around the outside.
On his Snowman Custom Diecast teammate.
That was an amazing pass. Really drove it in there, utilized the brake, and got the rotation mid-corner. And he's going to get ahead of Discharge. That puts him forward. You see Chesko.
Pressure on Discharge as well. Discharge dropping back. You have to wonder what's going on with it. As you remember, Discharge, he had a great race in the IndyCar race on Saturday, finishing P2, but right now, he seems to be in trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say, Lil Man just got by Chesko. Yep, just got by Chesko. He's going to try and chase down. I saw Chesko try to come back for him. A little bit of tap there as they went into the braking zone. Ryder also way wide on that exit. So now Lil Man gets the 2nd. Ryder is going to come for 3rd. Ryder has immense speed right now. He's going to try and chase down another position.
Battle for 5th is heating up. Javin, Discharge, and Rilla. Oh,
Discharge is off.
Javin got the corner
And
shot.
Javin got the slowdown. So Discharge just went from 3rd. Oh, I think Javin tried to get out the way for Honey. I think Honey also tried to win for the pass, and then ended up being a block. So Ryder's coming down pit road.
Ryder into the pits.
Honey might have just got a slowdown there. Both of them got a slowdown. So Discharge comes down, Art comes down, Marcus. So 4 guys just pit.
So first green flag pit stops of the day.
Yeah, strategy in this race will be interesting and will most likely be a 2-stop race. Tire wear is in full effect here, so get ready to see pitters in probably the next 10 laps.
Yeah.
Chesko has closed back up to Lil Man.
No,
I'm surprised Lil Man hasn't ran away.
Lil Man is just steady pulling away from him. Now he's on the chase to go catch Bubble.
Yeah, they did say it was going to be a 2-stop. So the only question is when is this these lead pack guys going to come down? Bubble, Lil Man, and Chesko. I think Chesko's going to try and base his strategy off of Lil Man and Bubble, see where he wants to pit. But I know Chesko is a guy to make up his own strategy. He did work really hard on his strategy for Arlington. Unfortunately, did not show up. So let's see what he does today. But I know he is in store for a strategy. And that was a really good section by Chesko. Look at that time he gained on Lil Man, and Lil Man gained time on Bubble.
Lil Man gained on Bubble.
They're both coming. So this is gonna be a 3-car battle. If Chesko can stick with Lil Man hot into the brakes at the track. Oh, and the caution's out. Who is it?
It was.
I think it might be
It was Honey.
Respawn. That was Honey. So Honey's gonna be out of the race. He's gonna be DNF'd.
He got out of his car in record time. We're glad to see he's okay.
Yeah, I think with the new regulations on the trucks, I think they were able to get him out of the car and speed him over to the infield care center.
In record time.
Yeah, in record time.
Yeah, those safety trucks have been upgraded with V16 engines to ensure the drivers are safe. As everyone catches up to the pack. We'll see another restart.
A great strategy call by Ryder and them, the ones who pitted. They're now going to be budged back up the field on fresh tires. So I'm going to watch Ryder on this restart because I think he has a great chance to cut up like no hezzy to the field.
Yeah, they got a free pit stop out of that one.
Yeah, that's gonna
pit stop.
Yeah, that's gonna put the threat. That's gonna put the pressure on all those guys that had stayed out. So Ryder, Discharge, Art, and Marcus, those four guys that had came down now have fresh tires compared to this lead pack of Bubble, Lil, Manchesco, Rilip, and Javin. And now when these guys come around the pit, because remember they have to go one lap. They have to drive a lap and then have to wait to come back down at the end of that restart lap. So when those guys, and I'm saying because I'm only saying that because these guys' tires have to be dead by now. If it's not, then that's incredible. But these guys have to be close to a pit stop, and if not, maybe even close to blowing a tire. So they have to go that lap, and then these guys that already pitted are going to come through this field like nobody's business. But that's the only issue is that we've seen it. It's a constant trend. People that are usually in the back when they have those fresh tires, they try and drive through the field. So it's going to be about these guys' racecraft and managing their way through the pack of guys who have one, really old tires, and two are going to be extremely slow.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
restart.
yeah, you're completely right, Corey. On this restart, Lowman and Chesco will be bumper to bumper with Bubble, and
I,
I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. How will they try and overtake him? How will Bubble
Ford, I
defend?
just gotta ask, what are you eating? You know, sounds good. Just wanted to ask.
Yeah, I'm having some barbecue Lay's chips,
I mean,
and I'm trying
who would? It's always obviously it's barbecue.
I
But
think Lowman is about to make Bubble into a barbecue Lay's chip on this restart. As here we go, green
he,
flag.
in fact, did not make him a barbecue Lay's chip. Bubble is absolutely putting his cheese on the track, making Lil Man slow down there.
Oh,
Oh, Lil
Javin
Man's
just got
wide.
out
I
of the
think
way
that
of the.
cheese might have messed him up.
Lowman following in his footsteps, getting ready to pounce.
Really chasing down in the draft right there. Down into the left hand. Down back,
Here comes
switch over
Lowman.
to the right. Here comes Lil Man. Oh, puts him on the strike. Bubble hits the wall. He's back into the other walls. Up, almost up and over.
Oh,
Huge crash.
caution is
Bubble
out.
is gonna lose a car. Art slams into him.
And Ryder's up to P3 out of that on fresh tires.
An insane move by Lowman. He bumped his little brother out the way. You have to think there's definitely gonna be some tension there. They might not talk to each other at the dinner table, but okay. That
Definitely
was
gonna be
it.
some eyes going across the table tonight. They're gonna look at each other like they've got no life in them. I know Bubble's not gonna be too happy about that. Definitely gonna go punch some holes in his wall after this race.
Yeah, he may even break a keyboard or two.
Yeah, that was and Bubble's muted, so who knows what he could be talking about right now.
You know, he could be saying his favorite word right now. We all know he can't say.
Yeah, we would get
I
demonetized.
think
Sorry.
after that crash, Bubble is probably going to be fuel to go catch Lowman, put him out the way, and then just go dominate and win the race. This is definitely a turning point in the race for Bubble and for the rest of the field.
Yeah, you could say he's on his villain arc.
Okay, so Ryder and Discharge restart P3 and P4, the SED racing cars. They're on fresh tires, so it'll be interesting to see how they attack Chesco and Lowman. But looks like we're green flag here at Imola.
That was a really good start for Chesko. He's gonna get it right up to the bumper. He's gonna push Lil Man, and not really push him, but keep him down into the corner. He got on his bumper on the braking zone. Ryder
gets
really
bumped out
slowed
the
up,
way.
and he's gonna stack people up behind him. Here comes Javin. He's gonna come through.
His little thingy.
Discharge
Bubble.
shot through like a cannon. He really went to third through all of that. And Discharge is on those fresh tires. Keep an eye on Discharge. He's going to try and chase down Chesko and Lil Man. Chesko's going to look for the outside. Javin went off the track. Lil Man riding the curb. Here comes Discharge with the fresh tires.
Bubble is no hezzying
Bubble is
his way
to
up through the
P5.
field. Oh my
Bubbles
god.
at P5. He's putting pressure on Ryder. He's looking to the inside, but Ryder defends.
That's his battle for the lead here. Chesko gave him a bump, Lil Man.
Oh, Ryder's
Now here
on
comes
the-
Discharge. Discharge has got to choose a lane. He's going to go with the outside. Down into the corner. Chesko and Lil Man making contact. Discharge is there for the pounce. He's going to look around the outside of Lil Man. Lil Man pushes him off the track. There's contact between Chesko.
Here comes Bubble.
Bubble's coming.
Bubble and
These guys
Saint
battling
overtook on the
hard.
outside of Ryder. That was looking to attack Discharge.
Everybody's off the track behind them. Art's off the track. Lil Man, huge
Oh, they're
mistake.
gonna
He's gonna get a
go.
slowdown. I know Lil Man might not be happy.
Here
Chesko
comes
caught a
Discharge.
slowdown. Chesko look at a block. He thought second of it. Here comes Bubble around the outside of Chesko.
Discharge to the lead.
With the fresh tires, you got to remember, but Bubble, he's got to come down anytime now for the tires, though. They remember those guys have got to pit. Chesko, Bubble, and Lil Man still have got to pit. Javin as well and Rillup. So the time is now, or whenever they choose to really come down, but I think their time gap is really shrinking as Discharge has just taken the lead. Bubble chooses to stay out even longer. Chesko as well. Chesko hit the slowdown. Here comes Bubble on the inside.
Javin and Rillup down pit road.
So Javin and Rillup decided
Bubble
to come down.
essentially say the Discharge, I'm just better with that overtake.
Bubble, really good 1 and 2, but here comes Discharge. Discharge has amazing exit speed. Bubble looking for the block. Discharge looking to give him a move. Discharge slots him back behind. Could not get to him in time. Now into the heavy braking zone. Switch back to the right. A little bit of a bump by Discharge. Now coming up into the left-hand hairpin. They're both driving it in. Discharge staying on his bumper. That was a really good corner by Bubble. Look at the drive off. Ryder and Chesko. Chesko's to the inside. They're going to be side by side for third. Art really drove it and he's off the track. Did you see Discharge still chasing behind Bubble, coming up into the sweeping right-hander? This is a tough corner, only to time your turn-in and your braking point. See, Discharge had to widen it out a little bit. Bubble off the track. He's going to capitalize off the exit. Here comes Discharge. Does he look for the move? He still has the move applicable. Is he going to go to the inside? He looks for the inside. He gives Bubble a chance to defend. That was a really good corner by both of them. Bubble wide. He almost hits the slowdown. You can't get any closer to the grass than that. Bubble pulls away a little bit off exit.
Yeah, Bubble to the point here. He's defending against Discharge. He knows his pit stop is coming up, and he's just trying to give himself as much leeway as he can. He's hitting great corners, but Discharge is as well. It's it's a very exciting battle here. Bubble defending to the inside.
And there he goes.
Bubble
That
down
was
into
a really good defensive play by Bubbles. Keep him behind you and then come down. He took his time. He was ahead of Discharge when he needed to make the stop, and Discharge still has one more stop. And I think that might actually put Bubble in a predicament where he might be able to make it to the finish. It's gonna be close, but I do believe if Bubble, with those cautions, Bubble might have been able to make this a one stop. We'll see what happens in the race, but Discharge 100% still has one more stop left in the race. So we'll just see how the strategy plays out for those guys who came later. But Bubble is the latest pitter. Lil Man and Bubble Chesko are the latest pitters.
Yeah, Discharge and Ryder were on that early pit stop strategy where they were on the fresh tires early. They have lots of sets to play with, so we already know Discharge and Ryder, they're definitely going for the 2-stop. But Bubble going all the way to lap 17, I think he's definitely looking for the 1-stop here because this is over halfway through the race.
So Bubble just coming out of the left-hand hairpin. Discharge just finished the sweeping right-hander, so now he's coming up into the last couple of corners. That gap sounds big, but it's not really that big. It's gonna be about maybe I'd say 20-30 second gap range as Discharge just hit a slowdown. So the mistake that Discharge just made, if they keep doing that, Bubble has a chance to really catch up.
Yeah, if you're Bubble, you just want to put your head down and log laps, but not just regular laps. You want to set fast lap times, qualifying laps. Just put your head down and go and try and catch Discharge. And it's going to be very easy for him if Discharge keeps making mistakes as he does, going over corner cuts, extending the track. Those are all things you don't want to do. And right now, Discharge seems to be... He's in the clean air, but he has to do better. He just has to do better. As Cut, he has to make an early exit from the booth, but we enjoy his presence and we thank them for coming. And yeah, back to you, Corey.
Yeah, so now Discharge has the lead. Ryder second, he's 7.6 back. Art 9.8. Marcus, that gap, what we're looking for is Bubble, who is currently sitting 17.5 seconds back. That is not a big gap. And for the tire difference, that they have, I would say it's about 5 to 7 laps on tires, but that's a big difference. At this track, tires burn out pretty quick. If it's going to be a 2-stop race in 33 laps, that's a big difference for those tires. So I feel like Bubble really has the advantage right now, and if he can make it to 33, which I do believe is possible, he will be in a really good spot for the end of this race. But the only thing that I see with Discharge having at the end of the race is that pure speed, because if Bubble's really going to push it to the end, Discharge, Discharge will have to come down, and then he'll have to pit. Sorry, Discharge will have to come down, but he'll have that speed at the end of the race as he just hit another slowdown. But what I'm also gonna say is Bubble has done it before. Bubble will probably match up his Bubble could match up his pit stop with Discharge, be on the same tire as him, run the same amount of laps as him, if he can catch him in this one stint. And if that's possible, I think with pure pace, I think Bubble has the advantage on pure pace.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Bubble, while going for the one stop, he's definitely he's faster right now, definitely in this stint. But as the stint goes on, we get near the end of the race, his tires they'll be shot, they'll be dead. And Discharge going for the two stop, he's gonna have to reel him in right now. Right now, Discharge is on defense and Bubble's on offense, but tables will turn by the end of the race, and we're gonna have to see who has the better strategy, who thought this out more. I personally think that Bubble right now is on. I think Bubble, if he played the two stop, I think Bubble would have this race won. But he's going for the one stop. I think that gives Discharge a chance, essentially.
I wanted to say he just got by Marcus, and that last lap he gained 3.5 seconds, and Discharge is now just entering the double left-hander, while Bubble is coming up. Yeah, he's going uphill now, so he's almost at the double left-hander. So
Yeah,
gaining that 3.5 seconds, being able to catch Discharge before he pits again, I think it almost just lines up for another pit stop for Bubble. But he could also try and run it as far as he can. But the thing is, at the end of the race, if you're going to risk that time difference, that pace difference, that's gonna be a big gamble, because Discharge, looking at the speed that Bubbles got, but Discharge will have that same speed if Bubble chooses to stay out at the end of this race.
yeah. Ryder, Discharge teammate Ryder is in front of Bubble.
Oh, crash right in the wall hard.
Ryder, as we talked about him, Ryder wrecks, and he'll be out of the race.
Just crashed, so that'll be his last car. Huge hit. That hood is up, and he's actually sliding up onto the track. He's out of the racing line. Here comes Rilla. Lil Man. So
A
this
huge
actually saved a
crash.
lot of those guys. Lil Man, Chesco, those guys that are on that same pit lap as Bubble, they're also going to be with this. They're also going to be with them on pace, and they're going to be right behind Discharge chasing him down.
Yeah, this caution changes everything essentially. Discharge, who I was going to say he's probably going to pit somewhere between the next 4 laps, 5 laps. Now, this bunches Bubble back up to Discharge. So if you're Bubble, essentially, this caution does you wonders.
Yeah, and that was. I think Discharge actually had a problem. Um, Chesco, I think, is in an issue. I think Chesco has a problem talking about not getting any points. The only circumstance where you would not get any points is if you left the race for no reason. So I think Chesco might be um, planning to leave. We'll see what happens. Art trying to find his position. And Discharge is in quite the predicament, because that doesn't even with pure pace now and the tire difference, I think Bubble really doesn't even need to come down with him. If I were to say on my idea, I think you would run with this. I think now that you're behind Discharge, if you can pass him and you can just run laps, run hard laps, and pull away from him, by the time Discharge comes down, he will not have enough time to be able to catch you by the end of the race. I think that would just be the best move by Bubble, and I think Lil Man and Chesco as well.
Yeah, I think if Discharge wins any chance at catching Bubble and winning this race, he needs to pit like ASAP, immediately, because he's gonna need all the laps he can to catch Bubble. While the tire difference may be better if he goes longer, he's gonna have less time, and I think it's inevitable that Bubble's gonna pass Discharge. And also, this caution brings Little Man, who and Chesko, who are on the same strategy as Bubble, back into the race. If Low Man can get up there, he can now also be in contention for this win.
It's a very big strategy race, and I think the amount of cautions we had in those two cautions that stretched out that first run. Sorry, not those two cautions, those five cautions that stretched out that first run. That really played it into being, where you can make it a one stop or you can make it a two stop.
Yeah.
And I think Bubble just, had everything turned his way because he stayed out every single time. And I think he probably, took that gamble of staying out. And Lil Man and Chesko also benefited from it too. And Discharge is just now realizing the benefit from it. And I think that Bubbles does have the chance to make it to the end as we're about to go green.
Yeah, there's 3 slow cars between Bubble and Low Man, but it's gonna be a good restart here, and we're green flag here in Imola nationwide, with about 12 laps to go here. A lot of strategy going on. Can Discharge hold off Bubble? And for now, it looks like so, but Bubble following right behind them. Marcus off in the back. Bubble looking to the inside. Discharge. Will Discharge yield position? Yes, he will.
Bubble going. Oh, that was a
But it's
fair. He
not.
shot out of a cannon with that spot. Discharge is not done. A shot to the back of the bumper going into the entry. Discharge wraps the corner. He's going to use Bubble as an exit. Art into third. What a drive by Art and Rilla. Bubble with the speed off exit. He's going to clear back Discharge. Discharge is not going to give this up, though.
Yeah, Art and Rilla P3 and P4, but here comes Little Man.
Oh, that was unfortunate by Discharge. Discharge tried to knock him out of the groove, put him in the grass, and Discharge ended up having the, he got a little tight. Here comes Art with a dive bomb. He's going to drive Discharge off the track. He drives himself off the track. They're going to slow each other down. Bubble likes this. Be side by side. I want you guys to slow each other down. Discharge is off the track. I think he not too happy with that. Discharge off the track again. There's no slowdown from it, though. Oh, there
Here
is.
comes Little Man.
Lil Man gonna try and pounce on it. Discharge throws Art into the grass. Lil Man with a pass. Move. 3 wide for second. Real up on the inside. Discharge backs out. Lil Man around the outside.
Rilla to the inside. Low Man. Low Man's off the track.
Oh, Lil Man's off track. Art drives Discharge into the corner. He drives Discharge and Lil Man off the track. Art around the outside. Real up into second. Bubble is enjoying this. He's driving away with the fresh tires. And Discharge, Lil Man come off.
As we said, this is exactly what he needed to do, and he does it. He's in the pits. With Low Man comes with him.
Art got off track. Marcus came down too. So Discharge, Lil Man, and Marcus have came down, and Bubble is driving away. 3.8 seconds on Rillup. Rillup doing good in second. Chesko looking for third on Javin. Got a little bit in the grass there, coming out of 2. He's gonna try and chain behind Javin here. Look for a move up into the left hairpin. As he gives a stop to Javin off the track, he's going for the wall. As close as you can get, extremely close to that wall. Javin was extremely lucky that he didn't hit it. That would have been Javin's race right there. I think Chester was going to give him the spot back. I think he saw it.
Caution.
And there's going to be a caution. Who is it
It's
for?
Art. It's Art. Big
Oh, I
crash.
think Art might have hit the wall.
Yeah, big crash up the hill. Art says on the radio, GG's. It is definitely GG's. He wrecks out after
Oh, and he's coming back down the track. Lil Man's trying to go by him. And I think from the damage I saw, the left side got kind of sheared off. So I think he might have plowed into that wall. I think he might have died.
Yeah, Art after beeping with Discharge, and Low Man came into the pits, and now they're gonna be bunched back up with the field. They were on the 2-stop strategy, and essentially, this might have, if this thing goes green to the end, this is essentially handed them.
That was
it's winning. I mean, Bubble, Rillup, Chavin, and Chesko are now all on old tires. The top 4 here. Bubble has raw speed. Rillup I think Rillup has some speed. Javin and Chesko, I don't think they have what it takes to win. And Low Man and Discharge, they will be on fresh tires. So make sure to watch them on this restart to see how they can cut up through the field. It'll be interesting to watch. I don't know for green this time, but I won't be surprised if we are.
all right, and we are not green. So this is gonna be green this time.
Yeah, so Discharge restarts P5, Low Man restarts P6, and then Marcus will restart P7.
Yeah, and Art was not too happy with the way Discharge had treated, the way Discharge had responded to that move. So they'll have to sort that out at the end of the race. But this has just played into Lil Man, Discharge, and Marcus's hand. Bubble is, what was it, like 16 he pitted, 17? I think he has like this 8 to 6 laps on his 6 to 8 laps, sorry, on his tires, compared to Discharge and Low Man and Marcus, who probably have like a half a lap on their tires. So it's going to be a big defensive play by Bubble, but I believe with his pace that he's put on, I think he'll put a fight. I just don't believe he can put on a fight as long um, to be able to hold on for the win. It's getting ready to go green. The nerves are really up now, especially for the leader. Big man's got to defend 3 cars that have put the pressure to him all race.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna be restarting with 9 laps to go here, and yeah, this race winding down, coming to the climax. The battle for the win right now looks to be, um, yeah, I think anybody can win this really.
Oh,
This,
I'm not sure if Chesko can make it to the end of the race. I have constant communication about him leaving the game, so we're just gonna have to see what happens. I think he might be able to make the next 9 laps.
yeah,
So
in
yeah, we are
case
gonna restart with 9 laps to go.
in case they're just now tuning in, we started with 14, I believe.
Oh,
We started with 14. We're down to 7. Bubble dropping to the back here. Bubble, the top 4 cars, Bubble, Rillup, Javin, and Chesko are all on old tires as we see
and
10.
I don't believe we'll be able to go green this time. Oh, and yeah, definitely not. Rilip has just crashed. Bubble came back across the track, absolutely smacked Rillup, and I'm not sure how race control is going to deal about that one.
Has to be
I
some
think he's
type of
got that
penalty for
TTP
Bubble.
penalty. Yeah, that's got to be a penalty. That was definitely unnecessary. And Rillup's going to have to respawn. I think Bubble might have a clip that proves, and I think Chesko's still here. So I think Bubble might have a clip that will, probably divert him from a penalty. But that was quite crazy, and I know Rillup is not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, so yeah, the top 4 cars on old tires, and then Sean, Zuki, Lil Man, and Marcus are all on fresh tires. We're gonna on the restart 8 still as the red flag is out.
And the red flag's gonna be out. So yeah, driver's gonna stop. I believe the smart idea would be to go up the hill, then stop on the hairpin. Javin, yes, has the idea. Or not. Is it not a red? I'm quite confused. I don't know. I believe they're gonna go around to the I think they're gonna go around to the lights, Ford. Or they're gonna stop up here. This was the idea. Okay, this is where they're gonna stop. That was quite confusing for a second, but they got it.
As they're on the red flag and race control reviewing some incidents, Corey, we've had a long race here at Imola. Who do you think will take home the victory here in round 2 of the Nationwide Series?
I think Lil Man will pull off a back to back. Oh, for people that didn't watch last week, Jason Brooks crossed the line, crossed the checkered first, but after further review, we saw that he broke a rule, obviously the yellow line rule, which we do take very serious on super speedways. He was then he then had lost positions, causing Lil Man to jump up one, and he had won the race. Per further review. But I still think from that, I think Lil Man will be able to go back to back. I think he'll be able to win. I do know Discharge has pace, but Lil Man was pole. He set an absolute flyer 136, 136.8, I believe it was. Set absolute flyer. He's been fast all race. Just had situations where it has put him in positions that he could not contend for, the lead. But I think he'll have that pace to be able to how should I say? To be able to hold off Discharge, and I think he'll be able to pass them too, especially with the amount of cards they're gonna have in front of them. I think it's just Lil Man has been perfect when it comes to being able to get by people. Discharge too, but Discharge also caught many different slowdowns. I feel like the mistakes is where Discharge really has his hand at. So I think if Discharge cleans up these mistakes and he's able to have perfect clean run, I think it's gonna put Lil Man in a situation where he's got to fight a little bit more. But if Discharge continues to play the same card that he has, where he's hit mistakes here and there, I think Lil Man's gonna be in a position where he can win. And I think we're still waiting on that clip from Bubble. I think they're still looking at that.
Yeah, I think Bubble, he's been strong all race. I mean, he's led, I believe, the most. I think he's led the most laps. He's definitely led a lot. You know, his defending skills are very. They don't go unnoticed. He's a great driver, and while all these factor into my pick for who's gonna win, give me Discharge. I want Discharge because I personally believe on the first car on fresh tires, he's had pace all race. He's made mistakes, but I feel like Discharge, when it comes to the end of the race, he's gonna be able to clean it up, and when he cleans it up, he's gonna blaze through Chesco and Javin and Rilla, and he's gonna go after Bubble, and I genuinely think he could get it done after his showing in the IndyCar race at Arlington on Saturday. We know he has what it takes to win, and yeah, I think it's gonna
And
be
I,
this.
well, me and you obviously got different views. Obviously, I think both of our picks are two reasonable ones, but definitely gonna be cool to see which one of our picks actually does win. And I think Bubble has no penalty from what I'm seeing through the communications. I don't think Bubble has a
But
penalty
he
for what
might be at
happened.
the back.
Yeah, I think he does have a TTB. And oh, he does have, okay, so he does have a DTP penalty under green, and that just gives it all over to the guys on fresh tires. I mean, Chesko, the, yes, Chesko has, been up there, but I just think the sheer pace is on Discharge and Lil Man's side. And I
So
don't
Rilla
believe
on the
Chesko and
race,
Jab be able to hold
Bubble
on.
has a drop penalty under green, and now the race for the win. Javin and Cheska on old tires, Sean, Zuki, Discharge, and Lowman are on fresh tires. So it'll basically be between Lowman and
And so
Discharge.
Rilip's out. He's not racing anymore. So we're going green. Rilip can't continue. So here we go. Back to the green. Green flag's out. Javin, Chesko. Chesko got a push from Discharge.
Javin and
Does he
Cheska.
give it to Javin? He goes to the inside. Javin covers it off.
Oh,
Down into one. They're shallow on entry. Javin in the grass. Still in the grass. Discharge is going to try and pounce on it. Chesko slow. Here comes Lil Man. Lil Man is going to try and slot behind Discharge. If Discharge can go by him, then he'll follow through with. So Chesko's going to look on Javin. Javin in the grass. No slowdown. That was a really good corner by Javin. Discharge, Lil Man kind of caught the grass there.
yeah,
Bubble trailing
Javin.
behind these guys. Oh, a shot by Bubble.
Javin's a new driver, but he has something to prove for sure. A great corner by Chesko. Discharge not making as much ground up as I thought he would. He sits at P3. Can Javin Davin hold on, win this race? That would be an interesting story as Discharge is off track.
Can't,
Um,
can't forget about Makis in the back. He's coming too. He was a little bit late to the start, but he's still coming. You see Bubble trailing behind Discharge. That was a really good drive
oh,
by
they're all
Bubble, even with the old tires. I think what plays into Bubble's best hand right now is he pits and then a caution comes out. See Chesko still behind Javen. Chesko with the crossover. Javen off track. Here comes Bubble on Discharge.
David.
Javen, you gotta defend. He's on the outside. Now Chesko goes down the inside. They'll be side by side into this last corner, 2x2. Bubble goes behind Discharge. Chesko with a dive down into the corner. He's hot on the brakes, but they stay clean through the last corner. Drive around the outside. Bubble on the inside. Here comes Bubble. Bubble goes for the move on the outside. He's gonna look to pit this time. What a move by Bubble. And he almost hits the back of Javin.
Discharge gets passed by Lowman.
Oh, Discharge hit the slowdown. That's what I was trying to talk about. The mistakes. He's going to slow up Marcus. Bubble's going to come down for tires. Lil Man.
7 laps to go, and now Lowman is trying to hunt down Javin.
And I think he might just be able to do it. I mean, look at that corner he had compared to Javin. Look at this time. He's going to gain down the straightaway. He's coming. He's going to be there before the uphill section. And we might see a possible dive bomb for it in the next couple of corners. See, he got into the grass there. Javin in the grass again. Yep, he's just reeling him in. Lil Man keeping 4 tires on the track.
Javin using every inch of the racetrack here. He's trying to get all the speed out of the car to defend for Lowman, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. With 7 laps to go, Lowman hounding on his back bumper.
Down into the double left-hander. Lil Man with a great corner. Javin's off track. He's got to rejoin fast. Look at that time. He's going to lose. Lil Man sweeps on by. Now he's going to come into the right-hander. Javin's coming back for it. That was a slow corner by Lil Man, but Javin messed it up.
Yeah,
And Marcus
Lowman,
and Discharge
he
have
was
just got to
behind
hope.
Javin. He saw the QT on Javin's back bumper. He thought of it as a QP burger, and he just got up there and ate him. Lowman to the lead.
Little man in the lead. Javin is not giving it up though. Even with that mistake he made coming out of that double right-hander, he's still gonna chase him hard.
And
Javin,
Mark
he's gonna drive. Look at him hard on the brakes. Look at that
discharge.
drive.
What a corner by Javin. Discharge got passed by Marcus, but Marcus is a slowdown. We got 2 battles right now.
I believe Discharge and Marcus are trying to work together. I saw him pushing him down the back straightaway. Javin is having the corners of his life. No slowdown. Look at that last corner. Holy chicane by Javin. He's staying with Little Man. 6 laps to go. Time is crunching. Marcus and Discharge have got to catch.
Javin knows what he's doing. What a corner by Javin.
Javin is closing. Little Man has the pressure to him still. That 34 car is still there. That mistake by Little Man can put Javin right back to that lead position where he was before. This is the corner he messed up on. Is he wide again? He's wide again, almost in the wall. It's not as big of a loss as it would be. Look at Little Man prioritizing that exit speed. Javin very slow on exit. Little Man's going to have this straightaway to extend that gap, and he's going to put that gap back to where it was before. Discharge got buyback Marcus. He's going to be in third.
Javin representing the black community here in Bubba's Nationwide series. You know, he has a big following, and all of Nigeria.
Oh, and Discharge is off track. He's really represented the black community, back to your point. Really representing it. You know, the black car also proves it as well, so... You know, little love to some color. You gotta have some seasoning on it.
Discharge got past Marcus, and now he's on the hunt for Javin.
That was a really nice corner by Javin. I mean, he put the limits to it. I mean, he was very close to a slowdown, and he's back to low man. That mistake, if he can clean up that double switch, I think he'll be good. Oh, he's in the grass a little bit there.
You just have to think if Javin was on fresh tires, how much faster would he be compared to Low Man?
Oh, he's gonna come down. He's gonna play the caution game. So him and Bubble, but Javin obviously the latest pitter so far, with the best tires. He missed his box. Missed his box. It's gonna cost him a little bit. But him and Bubble came down for tires when he came down for his drive-through. But both them are now hoping for a caution to come out for them to even be right there. You know, late race restart could put them right back to where they was before. You see, Bubble's gonna go on by Javin. Javin just now leaving his box. Bubble 20 seconds back from Lil Man, and Lil Man just coming up into the hairpin. Then Discharge has got work cut out from 5.1 seconds. We'll watch that gap to see if he can close it. See him riding that curb. Got into the grass a little bit. Nice exit off of the hairpin. Marcus still there. Marcus off track. But Lil Man has command. He's commanding. It's a little bit off track there, but he's still commanding. And I think that's going to be a hard guy to catch and as well as pass and most definitely pull away from. As he's coming up double right-hander now.
3 cars no, 2 cars in a battle right here. Chesko and Javin up the hill. What's his name? Javin looking for the overtake on Chesko. It won't happen. A good corner by Chesko.
Chesko got a good corner there. Javin's gonna have some work cut out for him.
Another discharge hit a slowdown. Marcus gaining time on him. Right now, the race seems to be effectively over unless the caution Low Man has this locked up.
Yeah, this is playing into Low Man's hands here. These continuous mistakes by both Discharge and Marcus are just giving Lil Man, and as soon as Discharge comes around this bend, Lil Man's already on the straightaway, and his Discharge is going to come down for tires. So these guys are, I think what their problem is, I don't think some of these guys can make it. I'm not sure, but I don't think some of these guys can make it because I don't think Discharge really. I wouldn't have definitely came down. I would have never came down if I was Discharge. But I'm not sure.
Plays the Bubble's hand. Bubble's gonna move up to P2.
So if Little Man has to pit, he's definitely going to go. Well, I mean, I'm not sure because he didn't gain any time that lap. There was no time gained. So we'll have to see. But I think if Little Man pits here, it might play into Bubble's hand. But gotta remember that pace difference because Little Man's going to come down for fresh tires compared to Bubble.
Yeah, a pit stop spans from around 11 to 13 seconds. So, but right now, for 20-second gap, Low Man might have presumably a little buffer over Bubble if he was to pit.
Yeah, that 11 to 13 second pit stop, and then you got to remember you're on pit road you're driving on pit road onto pit road. That's like maybe 4 to 5 seconds before you pit. If you pit in the middle, that's like 4 to 5 seconds. You come off, that's like at least 5 seconds as well. So you got to add on those extra 10 seconds, and I think that's where you get that 24-second loss from because before Bubble was 24 back when he came down. Uh, Now he's 20, so we'll have to see what happens. Lil man, I believe if he doesn't pit, he's definitely got this locked up. But if he pits, he's gonna have
Bubba
work
will
cut
have
out for
to
him.
gain 5 seconds a lap, around 5 to 6 seconds a lap if he wants to catch Low Man.
It's
But we'll see if
definitely
the gap
closing
is
down.
now.
Oh,
Come
caution! That's what they were hoping for. Chesko, he's gonna be out. No, wait, sorry, Chesko's not gonna be out. He's gonna lose a car. Chesko has had a car all race and saved it for the end,
this
so he's gonna crash.
the caution they've been looking for finally comes out, Corey. This changes everything for Little Man. You have to think he's just in disbelief after not coming down
Yeah,
very
very
well.
much
He'll now be
disbelief.
on old tires with presumably a 2 lap to go restart. Bubble, he's not on the freshest tires, but he did pit. He'll be P2, and in P3 is Discharge with fresh tires, and then you have Javin and Chesko. No, Javin and Marcus behind them. Javin on fresh tires. Javin and Discharge on fresh tires. They could make something happen. We saw the pace out of Javin. I would like to see how he does on these freshies.
I mean, Ford, it's in their hands. It's anybody's race, I can say. Lil Man Bubble obviously have, I think I can rank them Bubble 1, Lil Man 2 on pace. Just pure pace. It doesn't matter. Just pure pace. Those two obviously qualified 1 and 2. There's no relation there. But I just think throughout the entire race, those guys have had pure pace, ranked 1 and 2 in my opinion. And I think Discharge sits third. I think Discharge, he's got the speed and he's got the tires now. Javin, he's got the speed, he's got the
And
tires. You seen
Discharge.
Javin, he's popped up here and there with the speed, and I think now is where it's officially time to turn it on. It's time to go. So I
Yeah,
think Javin has got his idea locked in on that win, and
yeah. I
Chesko
think
is
the
there, and
top
Marcus
four.
too.
I think the top four are a good representation of the speed rankings in this race, and Discharge and Javin, they're gonna have a good opportunity here to go pounce on the brothers. Low Man, he's gonna have to defend for his life with 2 laps to go here. And this is gonna be the most aggressive restart of the day. We'll see lots of bumping and banging, lots of track extending. We'll probably see some corner cuts in turn one. It's gonna get wicked, but
I believe it is GTT too. So Lil Man with the lead, Bubble second, Javin third, Discharge fourth. I don't think it's gonna be GTT. We'll see.
it
Or
is
not.
not
So it's gonna be overtime.
overtime. It's the first overtime of the season here in the Nationwide Series. Then I believe it is unlimited overtime. So if anybody wrecks, then we'll re-rack them up and we'll get it going.
The top five cars left. Oh, sorry, 6 cars left to race. Oh, I forgot we were waiting on Chesko too. I was confused on why we really didn't go green. So Chesko's gonna come up. I believe Chesko has. I think he's got really old tires, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he
Yeah,
pitted, but
Chester, he'll be a non-factor on this
yeah,
restart.
I don't think he's gonna.
Just
But
going
I
out
mean,
the
anything can happen. I mean, a miracle will put Chesko into, where he needs to be. But I believe the people to beat right now are Javin and Discharge. I think Javin has got his. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. But now it's really time to put everything you've learned this race into effect for these last 2 laps. It'd be different if there were stages, but there's no stages. One race, one full points for that entire race. Now you got to go get it. So I believe Javin, once this green goes, Javin and Discharge are the two people to watch. They're going to fly through this field with
Yeah,
those fresh tires. And Lil Man is going to be on hard defense. And I believe he's going to be at trouble because he's also got Bubble who's going to go by him as well. Bubble's going
yeah,
to attempt to get ahead of Lil Man.
yeah. Javin looking for his first win in any series in KRE. He has a big chip on his shoulder, and I can't wait to see what he does on this restart. Um, yeah. 2 laps ago, it's been a great race. Well, it's been an interesting, entertaining race here at Imola. We started with 14. We're down to 6 here. Bubble saying over the radio to disqualify Javin post race. I wonder why he picked Javin out of all people. I guess we'll never know. But as they come out of the double left hander, it'll be green this time.
The field is ready. The crowd is ready. This is going to be the most highly anticipated restart of the race. Lil Man Bubble, Javin, Discharge, Marcus, and Chesko.
Oh,
Last 6 cars remaining. There's contact off the final corner. They will get it together. Can we still go green? Yes, we will. Bubble gets up right behind Lil Man. Javin up behind Bubble. We're green again.
green
Lil Man with a
flag.
great Bubble with a start. He
Green
got
flag
a little
here
bit of an
in
advantage there.
Bubble.
Lil Man blocks him off the track down into
Oh,
turn
it's
1.
grass.
Lil Man, great 1 and 2. Bubble staying hard on him. Javin hit a slowdown. Discharge. He hit a slowdown. He's going to go behind both Marcus and Chesko. He's going to go way far back. Lil Man and Bubble commanding the first 2 positions. Lil Man a little wide off the second turn. Here comes Bubble. Little bit contacted. Lil Man tried to come back on the track. Lil Man sent it back and he spins. Lil Man spins. His damage is out. Lil Man's going to be out of the race. And Bubble's going to have the lead. Marcus in second. I don't,
A
Lil
pig.
Man.
A pig. A pig. Oh my god. Big game changer in this race. Low man.
My
was
pick!
desperate.
My pick! I'm upset! No,
His
that was
pick,
my pick!
Little man. He was defending against his bar bubble. He got desperate. He sent it to the hairprint. He got spin physics. And now he's out of the race. He'll finish P6. Oh my god. And Marcus up to P2. Javin P3. Discharge P4. And Bubble leads now. Marcus on fresh tires. What can he do against Bubble?
And I think, I'm not sure, I'm not sure what went on there. I know Lil Man had missed the second switch off I know he had missed the switchback to get into the right-hander. I'm just not sure what happened. I think he might have tried to grab that position back and just, because I'm not sure if it was intentional. I don't believe that was intentional, but this is going to be overtime too. We'll have to figure it out at the end of the race. We'll speak with him if we can get an interview with him. Bubble, Marcus, Javin, Discharge, and Chesko, last 5 cars remaining. We are lining up for the second overtime of the race. The last 5 standers, last 5 remain. Bubble is going to bring them back to the green. Javin, Discharge, remember those fresh tires. They've still got a shot to go get these guys. Bubble.
Yeah, the action won't stop. And here we go on the restart. It'll be
Green flag, we're back green. Marcus with a little better of an
He's
advantage off the
tucked
restart.
He's tucked up under Bubble here, down to turn 1.
A little bit of a pop there. That was very scary. A little bit of a pop by the
good
front
run
end.
by Bubble.
Javin hits a slowdown. Here comes Discharge flying. He had to stay behind Marcus. He had a huge run. Had to give it off to Marcus. So Marcus is gonna have to try and chase down Bubble. Remember, Marcus is also on those fresh tires. Look at that drop. That was really lucky enough that Bubble defended that. But now Marcus is going to go to the inside. He runs him off the track. Bubble has to slow down. Discharge around the inside. They're going to be side by side for the lead. Bubble really got slowed down. But don't count him out yet. Chesko in third. He's chasing, ready for a mistake on these top 2. A little bit of being and bang as they come up into the left-hander. Marcus wide. Discharge gets a bump by Chesko. They're both off the track. Here comes Chesko for the lead. Bubble around the outside. Huge run.
Chesko runs to Discharge. Yeah, I know there's going to be tempers flaring. Chesko's the lead. Now he has
and Chesko's off track. Bubble's off track. They're all off track. Everybody's off track coming out of that right-hander. Now gonna come up to this really tight corner. This is where the mistakes used to happen. Let's see if they figure it out. Chesko really over the curbs. Bubble over the curbs. Here comes Discharge with a huge run. Where does he go? Where does he take it? He tried to take it to his right side. Thought better if it wanted to go left. And then accidentally pushed him. A dive bomb down the inside. He's hot on the brakes. He drives Chesko off the track. Himself off the track. Here comes Bubble. Bubble hits a slowdown. Here comes Marcus. Everybody's in it. This one's the only one with momentum. They're all getting stuck. 3 wide per second. Marcus with a big dive bomb. Here comes Discharge. He was where Discharge spins. He's gonna save it. What a save! What a save!
What a save!
What a save by Discharge. He's still gonna be in it. Bubble's trying to defend, and I think it's it for everybody. Second on. I think it's everybody third on back.
Discharge. Great corners.
He's gonna close up on him down the straightaway.
The wheel in hand for Discharge as he runs through the course. He'll be trailing Bubble here through the grass.
That's a wheel, man. Oh my goodness. Here comes Discharge. What a corner. He's gonna try and get Bubble. Bubble's almost wide. What a corner by Bubble. This is gonna come down to the last couple of corners. Discharge has got to spend these next couple of corners trying to close that gap and then utilizing those last couple of corners on passing him.
Great corner,
Bubbles off track. This is gonna be the shot that he gets.
Bubbles off the track.
Discharge closing that gap. He's got to make this corner best out of it's been all race. Bubble really good. Discharge. Can he make it better? Yes, that was almost good. He's gonna lose a little bit of time. I think it just might be over.
It's not over yet. Through the chicane.
Bubbles wide. Discharge would it. Oh, he's gonna have to slow down. Bubble, no slowdown, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be
Discharge
it.
has eliminated his own race by running over the corner cut. No.
Discharge had an amazing first hand in that corner, and then Bubble with the second mess up. There's just no time left. I believe Bubble might have locked it up. Marcus has to slow down, jabbing. Chesko gonna try and pounce on that, but Bubble came into this race one of the more recommend. Oh, he has a slowdown. Final one for Discharge. There's nothing left. Bubble's gonna hold on.
Who wins?
Bubble wins in
Imola.
What a race! Discharge had the shots.
Let's go. And the photo finish will get P3. Oh my golly gee. Bubble has won this race after getting a drive-through in the last 10 laps. He overcomes it, overcomes the adversity. Discharge, he tried his best, or maybe he didn't, because he ran over the corner cut, which was not a good thing to do, but he'll come home P2 after nearly wrecking coming to the white flag. Chesko will come P3,
The man
then
that was
Chapman, and then Marcus.
the man that was throwing up before the race had begun had went to sleep at 7 a.m. Did not even get that much sleep. Woke up, decided he had to do the race, came here, did his job, and won. A man that was on limited energy this race was able to hold off a field. I mean, it's astonishing. I mean, he came.
Bubble.
I mean,
was
and look at
all tires.
we're getting the statistics. 36 to 70. Bubble having 36. Discharge having 70. So the
Yeah,
pure
that's
pace was on
pretty-
Bubble's side.
It's just another example of Bubble just being better than the field here. After Lowman wrecked out, it was interesting to see how Bubble would defend from the rest of them, but he got it done. And honestly, it was a very fun race, a fun race to do with you guys. And now we have Bubble here in the booth, ready to interview him. Bubble, after facing adversity all race, drive-throughs, getting drove through by your brother, wrecking on your last car, throwing up before the race, how did you overcome all of it?
I don't know, bro. I just did.
He just did. A cold
That's the act of a
headliner
pure
from
champion
Bubble.
right there. Act of a pure champion. Two-time
Yeah.
Bubbles Cup champion. Puts it again at Imola. I mean,
Yeah,
is there anything?
in the iconic champion car, he beats all of the field. Bubble, what is your reaction to this race? How is the race for you, and what does winning at Imola mean to you, Bubble?
It means a lot going international, winning, but I got wrecked like two times this race. It was ridiculous. I got driven through by Little Man, and then I got like put off under pacing and retaliated. Which, by the way, race control decided no penalty because Rillup actually like wrecked himself. Our little incident was over, and he decided to just turn into the wall, and he got DNF because of that. So
I do have to ask, with how much you've went through, has there been a moment in the race where you thought it might just be over, or was the entire race just you still have this?
I actually think there was some race manipulation going on in the back of the field. I have to review it. Chesko wasn't on his last car, and it was like 4 to go, and he was talking about it over and over again, and then wrecked. So there's something happened, like some on purpose crash, I think, in the back or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I also want to ask, what was your perspective on the crash that eliminated Lowman from the race? With I think about 4 or 3 to go in the hairpin.
Well, I think that was a restart, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I was behind him. I started second on that restart, and I didn't touch him, like move him out of the way or anything, but he went off track by himself in the same spot that he drove me off the track, and so I just didn't let him back on the track. Like I didn't even put him up or anything. I didn't hit him. He just tried to rejoin, and I
Yeah,
was already there. And then he
that was
sent it. He just sent it into the corner. Like I didn't do anything. He just sent it for no reason, and
that
then wrecked
yeah that
himself.
that was one of the things I was also questioning. It just kind
Yeah.
of looked like
So
whatever happened there was some miscommunication. I thought he had tried to get by you, but obviously, um, still came out with it.
yeah, well, Bubble Boy 05, your winner here at IMLA. Is there any more comments you want to make?
I'm ready to move on to Martinsville. I don't know what the points look like because I actually forgot to do points after Talladega, so I have to do that. But yeah, I just want to move on to Martinsville because think I'm really good there.
Yeah, Bubble claims he thinks he's really good at Martinsville. The racing action is not over this weekend, as later today we have the F1 Bubbles F1 series round 4 at Imola. The doubleheader weekend. It'll be a great race, and I'm looking forward to it. Um, and yeah,
All right, well,
that's about
Bubble,
it.
congratulations. That's a good win that you had. Good race, obviously good drive by you. That car seemed really fast, and good luck next week at Martinsville.
Okay, thank you. By the way, I crossed the line on 36% tires. Apparently,
Oh yeah,
discharge was on 70.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
we s- yeah we heard about the statistics. I want to personally shout out our streamer Blake. He streamed the great race. You know he's a silent mouse, but he did great today. And I just want to say thanks to Corey. We had a great booth today, and yeah, it was a fun race. And
not
it's
great,
not every
amazing booth, the best booth
yeah
ever.
yeah. It was
Great.
amazing race, and we'll see y'all next week.
Wait, hold on. We got one more. We're gonna get Javin real quick. I want to
Oh
ask him
yeah,
a question. I
Gavin.
want to ask him a question. Javin, can you hear me? You got us? All right, Javin. I gotta tell you, that was probably one of the craziest drives I've seen by you. I mean, you were contending for the lead at one point. You were. I'm not sure if you actually touched the lead, but you were contending for the lead multiple points. You went back, you've had crashes, and then you came back again, and then you rounded out. Obviously, came short, think shorter than you wanted, fourth place. What is this race? How much have you learned this race, if you learned anything? And what does this tell you for more road courses to come in the season? Obviously, seeing that we have a lot of them on the schedule.
Honestly, yeah, the race was really good. It's just, that curb incident was pretty interesting. And what I've learned is that you can't go off track on these tracks. Literally, like the smallest off track can really mess you up. It's you know very interesting. It was a very fun race, I do admit.
Oh yeah. You drove a great race. We thought you might be the guy to beat there for a bit there, but yeah, it was a great race by you, Javin, and
Good job, boy. Hey, thank.
yeah. I
Javin,
guess
thank you
that
for
will
coming up.
conclude. I guess that will conclude our coverage here for the Nationwide Series at MLA. Tune in next week. I believe we will be at Martinsville. Bubbles Cup and Bubbles Nationwide will be heading to Martinsville for another double race weekend here in the Kimi Speedworld KRE Kimi's Racing Enterprise Series. So yeah, it was entertaining race. We hope you enjoyed it. F1 later tonight, and yeah, I guess that's it. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.